All right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Everything's been all foobarred all day. It's fucking great. Um, but either way, we're here working on Pidgin. You know how it goes. We got a cat here that's begging for treats, but he's not gonna get any because he just got some not long ago. You know. Not sure where we're actually gonna go tonight. I was trying to fix my Tailscale Magic DNS, and I managed to fix it, but I then, therefore, broke my local DNS. So, yeah. Grafana's working because I added an entry to my host entry, but everything else is foobarred. And then as part of that, I did system updates, and then Firefox kept crashing, so then I rebooted and went down a kernel version. Just a micro, and now we seem to be a lot more stable. The choice of running Debian unstable, right? All right, so I got a buttload of PRs that are open, or merge requests, review requests, whatever you want to call them. So we got to be careful to figure out what we're gonna do here. How's it going, Zem? Welcome. How you doing? Been a while. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Wow. By a while, yeah, it's been 3 years. 2 months. Either way, I hope you're doing well. Promoting Fedora? Yeah. That's right. Okay, I'm like, I recognize the name, but I can't remember why. So, you're not still doing the podcast, are you? To be fair, it has been 3 years. But yeah. So speaking of, now in charge of other members, gotcha. Oh yeah, I think that happened last time I talked to you too. So speaking of Fedora, now that Fedora 42 is out and the new Ubuntu is out, one of the things we have to do tonight is update a lot. Well, not a lot, but oh shit, we don't even have. Oh, it's a G plugin. We need to update our builders for Fedora 42 and Ubuntu something. I don't even know what it's called. But yeah. We don't have a ton of these in Pidgin, right? I don't think we do. In Pidgin, we just have. Oh, we do have an Alpine in here, which I haven't touched in a long time, which should be fine. We do have Fedora 41. Oh, we do have Oracular in here. Yeah. So the problem is the container names are all the animal names, and I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah. But either way, we can go update this stuff and get that going anyways. Dockerfile Fedora 41 to Dockerfile Fedora 42 AMD64. Yep. There shouldn't be anything changed wise, but you know, this just gets us all the newer versions of everything. And Fedora 40. When does Fedora 40 end at EOL? Fedora version support. Plucky Puffin? Okay, yeah. Whatever, we'll get to it shortly. It's not a big deal. I hate that this is the page that comes up and this page doesn't actually have the versions on it. It's real. Oh, wait. Development 43. Development. Yeah, great. 13 months, whatever. Just tell me the versions, man. Release name history. Yep. Great. Yep. That's so helpful. Oh, no, it's not EOL. So, okay, so 39 is EOL, but when does 40 go EOL? All right, supported. Oh, okay, maybe I was close. I don't know. So Fedora 40. Schedule? Okay, so Fedora 40 EOLs in a month. How's it going, Holy Roman Empire? Welcome. Thank you for the 8 months. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so we're going to drop Fedora 40. We're not going to build against anymore because it's almost EOL. So as we're doing all these other updates, we're just going to remove that one as we're going, right? Because that just makes sense. I'm kind of surprised we are able to build against Fedora 40 even. All the crap it requires so new. Alright, that'll go and build. Oh, okay. Copy Docker file, Ubuntu or Peculiar or whatever it is. Docker Ubuntu tags. Yes, that is Grafana as a stream overlay. Pulling stuff out of UTracker, issue tracker, via Prometheus. Lucky. Oh, they have a rolling version now. Ooh. Yeah, we should grab Plucky. Alright, it's not some weird spelling. Oh, booey's silly. Look at this guy. Oh, okay, hold on. No, I can't do properties unless it's visible? Lovely. No. Oh, I don't have it selected. Okay, no, it does have to be visible. No, what the fuck? Oh, I'm dumb. Overhead camera is a different scene. What? Oh, I need to do that, and then I can go. Okay, yep. Oh, and he's gonna be gone by the time I get to it. Lovely. That one? Oh, that one. There we go. Okay, my regular camera's still good. All right, so all that, and now he's sitting down there. Yep. Okay. Where? Okay. Lucky. What's going on, SWK? The derailer. So now that there's releases for stuff, we're rebuilding our Docker images for the new releases. Yay! And we're gonna ditch Ubuntu Oracular too, because we don't care. Oh, you gotta do this too. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. If anybody happens to be running Pi-hole on their network and they have custom DNS and they're running systemd resolve D on their machine, and you have local DNS working, I want to pick your brain because Google is sucking right now and I can't figure out why my stuff's not working. Because Bookworm's too old for us. We need, like, we're not released yet, so we're not trying to target current releases. We're targeting the next stable releases. Right? Like, if you want something unstable for Pidgin 3, use a Flatpak. Full stop. Especially on Debian. Nothing against Debian. What Debian does is fine. The problem is a stable distro, LTS, Debian, whatever, is not the place for an in-development IM client that's connecting to third-party networks where stuff can change overnight, right? There's just like Debian won't update for that. Ubuntu's not going to update the package for that, right? They really only do updates and shit for security stuff, right? So if you want to keep working, your option at that point is then to build it, complain and bitch to me about packaging it for your distro when I'm already building the fucking project, or use the Flatpak. Right, and when Trixie's done, we're gonna target. I don't remember the next Debian release, but yeah. Once Trixie's released, we're going to the next one, right? Like, it doesn't matter what the distro is. If we can't compile against it because we need new enough shit, we're not going to build it against it. Like, building brand new bleeding edge software against stable is not a good way to go. This is bugging me. What's next? I want to say it's something with an H. Forky. That was close. Close. But yeah. When Trixie gets released, all our stuff will go to Forky. That's just the way it goes. Right? We purposely do not target any, like, there's nothing here that's stable. I mean, technically Fedora 41 and 42 are stable. But they have all the dependencies we need. Bookworm does not. I think Bookworm doesn't have a new enough glib for us. So yeah, we're requiring glib 2.80 right now. Yep, that's only in testing. Stable backports only has 2.74.6. We require 2.80. Right? Too bad. And I got to start using this more. So yeah. You want to try Matrix on Pidgin? You're really tired of... So Matrix on Pidgin 2 was built by New Vector, and they kind of abandoned it. We are planning on building it and making it work, but we are a long way from making that happen. We got a million things to do first. But yeah, I use Element Web on my laptop, or on my machines, and then on my phone I use Fluffy Chat, and I fucking hate them all. Yeah, Porky's gonna lead to so many jokes. And not even necessarily adult jokes. Oh, you're forking Debian? Ha ha ha, Debian's so forked. It's so forky. Maybe join about... Why not support? I just said they don't have the versions of packages we require. But more importantly than that, if you are using Pidgin to talk to, or to connect to, say, I don't know, Discord or Slack or something, and Slack or Discord decides to make a change that breaks our support, then your options as a, no matter how we fix it, your options as a user, if you are on Debian stable, is to compile it yourself, which is not enjoyable. Beg us to build a package for you, which is not going to happen. Or you can use the Flatpak. And then the Flatpak will let everybody keep running everywhere. Because, so, when a protocol gets broken like that, and this has happened historically, right? I'm not speaking, this isn't new. This is stuff that's happened before. And what people end up doing is they try to compile it, and then they just need tons and tons of support to figure it out. Because, I mean, the documentation's there, but there's lots of stuff that gets missed because we're devs and shit like that. And it's like, just install the Flatpak. just go, right? And then, like, your problems are solved, and that'll work on any Linux distro where you can install Flatpak, which is about all of them. After Forky is Duke, they haven't announced that yet, but yeah. Like, the problem is, like, the LTS distros, and this isn't just Debian Bookworm, this is Ubuntu LTSs, Fedora LTSs, etc., right? They don't necessarily update a package for a minor version fix, or even for a minor or a micro, right? They'll update a package for a security issue, but Discord breaking support is not a security issue, so they are not likely to update the package, right? And that becomes a problem. I mean, if somebody wants to make a snap too, I don't really care, or an app image, I don't care, right? But the point is, like, I can't. I used to think we could try to build for every distro and stuff like that. We try to build for most of the distros just to get the stuff out of the way because, again, so like what ends up happening when people try to compile our software or just any big open source project is there's tons of dependencies, there's tons of things you need to know, there's tons of crap going on, right? So the amount of time we will put into supporting a user who wants to compile something or wants to compile our software is stupid, right? It's an obnoxiously large amount of time. So, like, and more importantly to the point that it's more, this obnoxiously large portion of time, this is a free time project, right? I don't get paid to do this. So, right? So there's that on the table too. But that only helps that one user, right? Now imagine if all of our users required that, or not even all, let's just say 1% of them, right? That's a huge time investment. Whereas just install the Flatpak, you're done, is us typing that sentence, hitting enter and going and doing something more productive, right? So like we're still going to build against all the distros because there are going to be people that want to build and do whatever stuff. And it's good because it'll help us find bugs ahead of time so that we don't spend an inordinate amount of time supporting multiple users going through the same bugs again and again and again and again, right? This is where all of this comes in. But like, I don't have any problems with Debian stable. You want to run Debian stable, that's fine. But the place for an IM client where something can change under the hood or something can change that breaks everything overnight, you shouldn't be installing that from stable because that's by definition not stable, right? Like, again, there's nothing against it. It's just, it's not stable, literally. So our solution there is don't run it, right? We're not going to test against Debian stable because number one, the version of glib, one of the core libraries we need, is not new enough. We want to use newer stuff in it, and we don't want to have to support ancient versions forever. I don't know, YAML's fine. People that hate YAML, it's because they learned it wrong, and the docs are stupid about it, because the official docs, I don't know if they fixed them, are intentionally dumb. So that's the way the official docs say you're supposed to do a list. That's stupid. It's exceedingly stupid. When you indent the list item, most of your white space problems go away. Most of the problems people have with YAML go away. Right? Because here, the official way according to the YAML spec. Huh, I can't imagine why people have a hard time understanding what's going on here. Right? Like, what? Because that's dumb. Even if we put these after that list item, right? It's still exceedingly clear what's going on. Okay, this item is list. Okay, yep, here's all list items. Oh, we outdented. We're back to the dictionary at the top. Yep, cool. You don't understand yet. Trying to think if I got another good example like that. I should probably stop doing this, but this is fine too. But yeah, it's that one list thing gets so many people, and like, they might. Where was it on here? I don't even remember. There was like a YAML.org or something. Maybe it's this. And like they gave an example. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Why? Why? And then this gets even worse when the list items are dictionaries, right? So say you have this, right? But then this is, you know, I'm just making shit up, right? Like, right? Like this, no, stop. You do this. Well, whatever, not that, but right. It's a million times easier to understand. Yet another messy language, yeah. Like they need to stop this, right? Because the way I showed it works fine, and everything accepts it. It's fine. But it just this is yeah. If they would make that change, I think YAML will get a lot better. I mean, as well as getting rid of sexist or whatever it is. Um, that's why if you ever use like a Docker Compose file or something, and you've ever had weird issues because you had like a colon or you had like 80:80 in it, and it like gave you a time, Sega Sysmol, whatever it is, that's base 24 colon base 60. Sega Sysmol, I don't know, something like that. Sexagesmal, there we go. That's, oh, this fucking site, I hate this site. But that's the right way. Sexagesmal. Right? Or, okay, this is base 60. It's used to measure time, where 1 hour is divided into 60 minutes and 1 minute and 60 seconds. The system measure blah, 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 blah. So, I thought I had the 24 for it for hours, too. But, okay, I guess it's just only base 60. But this also breaks people all the time in YAML, right? Oh, they're showing it with semicolons. But, yeah, YAML does a whole bunch of stuff, too. It's got references and lookups and includes and stuff, and these are all things you don't need in something that gets used mostly as a configuration language. Doesn't even have curly braces or semicolons. I mean, if you want shitty JSON, go for it. You write 3 things: YAML, Groovy, and Markdown. Sometimes some Bash, yeah. I'm so glad I never had to do Groovy stuff in Java. I got out of Java when Ant was still the big thing. Whatever, we'll say update for new releases. Move and remove deprecated distros version. Sure. Oh, you can see at the moment. Nice. Move Fedora 40 and 64. Moved Ubuntu or a Peculiar AMD 64. One's bleeping about. Added Fedora 42 AMD 64. Added Ubuntu Plucky AMD 64. Alright, before we push that, we need to come over here. Oh, we are supposed to get thunderstorms tonight, so we'll see what happens. Like, I could potentially lose internet and stuff, right? Alpine Edge failed. Alright, well, we'll figure out what's going on there in a minute. This one's going away. Door 40. Oh, I have to go to settings, I guess. Delete. Okay. Onto Orculier. And not delete from here. Delete. Okay. What do we got? We got 2 templates. No, we got 3 templates. Convey build image, Docker hub schedule. Okay. Oop. Not what I meant to do. Fedora 42 AMD 64. That's fine. Convey build image. Great. Touch template. Docker hub credentials. Template. Schedule. Version control, attach VC as root. Okay, back here. Left Twitch 3 years ago. You were following a lot of booby streamers and losing a lot of time and money. Oh no. Got back 2 months ago, but today I remember my channel because Git is in its 20th anniversary. Yeah. And you were asked which project is not using Git now? Me. Pidgin. Nice. Yep. Going to plucky V64. The thing that drives me, the thing that I find most distressing, let's go with that, about, oh, everybody has to use Git, is like, one of the big things about open source is choice, right? Like, there's some assholes that are going to be like, oh, well, I use a better Linux distro than you. You need to use this distro, right? But, like, for the most part, everybody is okay with everybody having their own choices, right? And doing their own thing. But not when it comes to version control. When it comes to version control, if you don't suck off the dick of Git, then you're weird. And it's just like, nope. I'm good, thanks. Like I do not like using that tool. I literally saw somebody on Mastodon the other day. I don't remember who it was, and even then I wouldn't call them out anyways. But they were like, well, I prefer Mercurial's interface. I still love Git, and I'm like, it's a fucking version control tool. Like, you should really only be interacting with the user interface and not like. I can't comprehend the cognitive dissonance of, I really like this tool, but I think this one over here has a better interface, but I'm going to use this one with the shitty interface. Anyways, and I'm just like, why do you like this over the one that you say has a better interface? Like I don't comprehend. I don't need to comprehend, but I don't comprehend. You aren't shit. You aren't using Gen 2. So there's a new guy at work. And I walk in and I'm wearing a Debian t-shirt. He goes, nice shirt. I've got one just like it, except it says Arch on it. I may be emphasizing the tone a little bit, but that was literally what he said to me. And I'm just like, cool. Because like, what are you supposed to say to that, right? Like, oh, okay. I'm sorry about the size of your e-peen, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, I literally don't even know how to respond to that, because it's just, what? Like, oh, cool. Like, you want me to whip up my Linux dick too? Like, yeah, I've been using Linux before Arch was a thing. And I think before Gen 2 was a thing. When did Gen 2 Linux come out, right? But, like, it doesn't matter. Who cares? And yeah, get to whatever. It's just like, whatever, man. Like, who cares? Oh, 31st of March 2002. I was not desktop Linux yet before Gen 2. But I was definitely Linux before Gen 2. Server Linux before Gen 2. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. People just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's like, just find something better to do. Like, oh, cool. You learned a Linux distro. Awesome. That's great. Why are you trying to use it as like some status symbol or some bullshit, right? Like, you sound like an idiot. Shut up. Arch couldn't install Gen 2, huh? Yeah, that's always a good one. You actually like the idea behind Portage being a long-term PST? Yeah, like, I've got nothing against Portage or Gen 2 or even Arch for that matter, right? My problem is with the shithead users. That's where the problem is. Why is this failing every other build? That's interesting. All right, well, 42 and Plucky are building right away. That's cool. That and the users too. Yeah. The problem I have with Gen 2, we're in an ad, so whatever. But the problem I have with Gen 2 is, as an upstream, the use flags makes things super unpredictable. And it's not a huge deal, not as much as it used to be back in the day, but like everybody has their own custom build of everything. So like you're trying to support users and you're just like, oh my god, this sucks. Oh, you don't have this? Oh yeah. 5 ads? Holy shit. You didn't use fun roll loops? Yeah. Or 012. And Foment frame pointer as well. That was the other one. Fucking Gen 2ers. Alright, cool. You got 5 ads, even though it was only supposed to be a minute 30 worth of ads. That's nuts. So like if I schedule the ads, Twitch gives me more of a profit for it, but like they're gonna run regardless. Thank you for the gift sub, SWK. Appreciate it. Gotta get that yacht money. I don't think it's yacht money. I think it's oh shit, I didn't even start any of that. I think at this point I think it's more control the government money. At least that's what it feels like. Like, oh, we can just do whatever we want. All right. We'll have to do this part in a minute, but in the meantime, we can delete these guys. Oh, look, Fedora 440 was failing to build. Let me guess, this has been failing to build forever because we didn't clean it up because it probably doesn't have new enough glib. GTK. We had 4.14.5, but we wanted 4.15.5. Yep. This is why we try not to support the modern or the stable distros, because they just get in our way. You started really to learn Linux with LFS? Yeah, I mean, I have no issues with any distros, right? Maybe Hannah Montana Linux, maybe that one. But like, everyone's got to learn where they're going to learn, right? And that's fine. Everyone has their own opinions, their own thing, whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal. My problem is the people that try to make it as like what's the even word I'm looking for? It's not status symbol, but like, oh, well, I did this, like, great. Like even back in the early 2000s when people were like, yeah, I did a Gen 2 stage 1 install. I'm like, I'm glad you have nothing else better to going on and you can let your computer compile for 2 weeks. That's awesome. That's not the situation I am in. So cool. But I don't care because I want to go get other stuff done, right? And some people take a lot of offense to that. You're just like, well, what do you do, right? And you jump to Fedora and never look back? Yeah. You should have had more kids. Why? The first Linux was Slackware 95-ish? Yeah. FreeBSD 93. I mean, Linux is 91, right? Debian's 93. Ubuntu? Is that really a thing? Beaver Linux was going to be a thing? Yikes. And deleted libc? Oh no. CMOS would be great, make Linux more popular. Who cares if it's popular? Is it useful to you? Cool. But like, do you want everybody in the world to be running Linux and then you have to support them? I sure as shit don't. It doesn't need to be about a competition. Just, use shit that works, right? I mean, and if anything, SteamOS could get more Linux machines out there, but you know what? Like, you can debate this all day and night, but technically, regardless, Chromebooks are running the Linux kernel, right? And there are a fuck ton of Chromebooks out there. But for some reason, I don't think Chromebooks count towards like the desktop metrics or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. And that's just, what? Right? Why are there two Mingwei 64 builds in here? Stage 1 installs don't take that long unless you're poor and have a 486. That's the full compile one, right? I've never actually done a Gen 2 install, so I don't know. I think this is a UI problem. What do you all think? I think this is a UI problem. Yeah, it looks like a UI problem. You're on Red Hat until Rel 6, and Red Hat someone screwed up the kernel with a bad patch that totally screwed threading performance. That didn't fix it until like Rel 6.4. Yikes. You switch over to Debian at that point and haven't looked back. Yeah, Rel 6 wasn't that long ago. Your first distro was Red Hat 6. Wow. To be honest, PewDiePie create a lot of rage back to Windows users. And no Proton is going to make it in at least 2-3 years. I mean, who cares? Like, stop trying to measure things up by popularity, right? Popularity is a fickle beast. Most people will keep things popular just because they're popular, not because they're good, right? We were talking about Git before, right? You're locked in, right? You're forced to use Git because it's popular, and you have to, right? Because if you want to interact with other people that are using Git, you have to use Git. That's called lock-in, right? It's self-perpetuating popularity because people use it. It's popular among developers, which then brings everybody else in and locks them into it, right? It's the same deal. Users matter to you, but like, I mean, it's because you're working for a business, but you know, whatever. Linus has already yelled at us. I don't give a shit. I don't remember the exact phrase, but if Recanaro's here, he'll remember because Linus called him a fucking idiot or something like that. We don't give a shit, right? And I know you're saying Kappa, but guess what? We've been in this business long enough that it's already happened. And I really don't care. You have 1,000 bare metal Linux nodes, but you still use Windows on the desktop? Ugh. Better things really working than popular. Yeah, yeah. If you're really doing anything if Linus hasn't yelled at you, yeah. Pretty much. Do these builds finish? Oh, everything built okay? What? I still want to know why this is failing every other build. I wonder if it's all in the same build agent. Weird. Huh. Alright. It might be the same build agent because it looks like a common problem like that. No. What? This is not the way the build looks. You got yelled at by Durat once? Nice. CVS and SVN and SourceSafe were crap, so company switching to Git was huge. No. SVN was fine. CVS had some issues. I've never used SourceSafe, so I can't speak to it. But, like, you can claim all day that Git is better than Subversion, but then tell me why everybody treats Git like fucking Subversion. Oh, you have to have trunk development. Everything has to be squashed and rebased. You're creating a Subversion tree. Right? And if people knew anything about Subversion, they would have learned about SVK a long time ago. And now you've got Git the way they treat it. But this is from... Is this really from... No. Is this really 2008? I thought he started this before this. But, like, SVK gives you offline commits, different branching, and then you commit whatever, you're fine. And you had it while Git's interface was still absolute fucking garbage. Okay, it's not Steve Frankia. Okay. Wait, what? Apparently they deleted the page? What the fuck? Yeah, okay, I guess they deleted it. But Audrey Tang. I just want to know when it started. Come on. What is App Daily Dev? Oh, they did request tracker as well? Damn. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know when SVK was created, but I'm pretty sure it predates Git. Okay. We're gated by some Git fanboys to get the page to... Yeah, I'm sure. Where developers suffer together. That sounds stupid. If you're suffering in your chosen thing, maybe you should do something else. You're intentionally suffering. Let's go with that, right? If you intentionally think you're suffering, you should probably go do something else. All right, all the builds worked. Cool. You probably have a name in English. I don't have to jump into different news sites. It's all related to the IT world. Okay, I just like set up mini flux for RSS feeds again. It's actually been quite nice. Oh, fucker that goes on over open source software on Wikipedia is too damn hot. Yeah, I know. There we go. Hydrated. Speaking of, and yes, I'm logged in because I'm a supporter. Speaking of, this article may contain excessive or irrelevant examples. The article needs additional citations for verification. Yep. What are you talking about that there's all sorts of stuff on here? Or, wait, hold on, I'm on the language. This article needs to be updated. The reason given is most of the sources cited this article are over 10 years old, and it's unclear how true most of this information still is as of 2024. Please help update the article to reflect recent events or newly available information. Like, what do you guys want to know? Like, this isn't even updated yet. There's no talk about the experimental stuff, whatever. Like, what do you need for me to make this better, right? It's kind of a crapshoot. And if you go into the talk stuff, like yeah. I never learned how most of this stuff worked, which is a problem, but yeah. Yeah, carrier stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's going to spot a blatant advertising for various clients and people revert to it for no reason. Why was reference to empathy's voice and video capabilities removed? Because it should be on an empathy page? Right, like the amount of time it's going to take to go through this stuff is just stupid. So if anyone's like, has a lot of karma on Wikipedia and wants to help me figure out how to clean up that page, let me know. Talk page and Wikipedia are worse than YouTube comment sections. So this weekend, I'm bringing this up for a reason. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Oh, MSN is just sharing the register article. Interesting. That's weird. So over the weekend, actually, I guess 4 days ago now. Wolfred, how's it going? Thank you for the 12 months. Greatly appreciate it. How you doing? Anyway, so like I say, we got whatever. We got talked about on the register, blah, blah, blah. It's been a long time since Pidgin's been mentioned on the register, and that's fine, right? Not a big deal. We've been busy, whatever. But it's the first time my name has been on the register. But like, you start reading the comments. We touched on, I have to fix that. So this guy, this is the one fix. And I responded, you need to add a compositor. I got downvoted twice for telling them to use a compositor. Yep. Okay, fine, whatever. But then like Facebook garbage, uninstall, whatever, whack-a-mole, something. Where's the bad one? Oh, maybe they deleted it. New Adolf. Elon is the new Adolf. They're saying that because Ian, they read it as Elon. How's it going, Tubuntu? Welcome. So we fixed Ian to say Ian Rob, because that's the handle he goes by everywhere. Why the fuck I put him in as just Ian, I don't know. So we made it his regular handle. So this problem just goes away, and well, hopefully goes away. But yeah, this one was a good one though. This one made me laugh. Actually, I should have uploaded it. No, I'm not looking. And this one, Gimp 3, Pinata 3. I don't know what Pinata or Pinta is. Pidgin 3, Half-Life 3 confirmed. And then yeah, a bunch of other stupid shit. But yeah. Oh, All right, what did I miss here? Oh yeah. And don't you dare enter that page, Graham. That's self-promotion. And you get yelled at for that, even if it's 100% factual corrections with sources. Yeah, SWK, I figured as much, which is why I have never ever touched that page. Like maybe I can touch the talk page, but not the main page. I can't make edits. Send an email to Zemboy, Fedora Project, and I can help with the Wikipedia so they don't say it's self-promotion. Okay. Well, like the thing is, like I don't necessarily like want to write the articles or anything. Like what are they looking for reference wise and documentation wise, right? That's what I need to know, right? And then from there, I can go ahead and make those things happen so they can be linked to, they can be discussed and whatever, right? But like I like go look at our discourse. What do you want me to put in discourse, right? Because like there were some references to stuffs in the State of the Birds when I was still doing those, and I want to get back to doing those at some point. Like they weren't happy because it's like, oh, there's annotations in from a YouTube video and blah blah blah, and it's just like, well, what the fuck do you want, right? Do you want it on a static page that's never gonna die and has been archive.org forever? Like, what the fuck do you want? I don't know. I can't fucking read your mind. Right? That's the problem I have right now. Like reference wise, it's got to be something like El Reg article. Yeah, it can't be like on the Project Wiki. Yeah, it's through all that with Free Switch. Yeah, so it's like what do you want me to do? Like there's tons of stuff on the website, but none of it gets referenced. So just like, like all right, whatever. Who cares? Like this is just a great way for us to all not be productive at all. But don't count because it's from your website and some third-party website. Oh, not some third-party. Yeah, yeah. Even though, you know, we're the source of truth for all of it. You know, heaven forbid we have it. Oh, right. This doesn't build right now because of it fails in unit test. What is failing here? You ghostwrite articles for Wikipedia? I didn't hear anything. They don't know. Like I said, I don't care about the articles, but it's like the page should stay there. So like what do people need for this? Like what's more interesting is like it's open source security.io. We just want the top level. But like maybe this would be self-promotion. But like, hey, you want some more information about Pidgin? Well, here's me doing an interview on a podcast talking about how we maintain it. Right? That's a third-party site. The previous page got nominated for deletion at one point because the project wasn't notable enough. Yeah, okay. Like what people think is notable and what's actually notable is up for discussion. But not on Wikipedia. I'm sorry, not on Wikipedia. I'm kidding, of course. The whole Wikipedia thing is fucking stupid. Oh, we should go through and fix a bunch of this. This is real low hanging fruit stuff. Well, some of it is. Like, these shouldn't be included in here. Never believe in what Wikipedia says about companies? Oh, I'm sure. OpenBSD has other similar problems. What is the Windows problem? Oh, the Windows problem is I don't have the dependencies set up yet. Or, no, this is against Mingwei. Oh, it was Burboy started the other Windows stuff. What did this actually fail for? What? How is that declared inline? That's fun. It's part of the symbol name, but it's interpreting it as inline. There's got to be a way to turn that off. I hope. Is that our errors? Where the hell is the actual error? That's the error. It's failing to build because it says inline. It's stupid. All right. Anyways, so let's go fix some stuff. We got the builder stuff. We got the image building's fine. That's not a big deal. There is a few more things we have to do quick before I forget about them. And well, whatever. We can do this part first too. That's fine. I guess I don't care. Back another day today. Sleep. Yeah, no worries. Tomorrow you have a big barbecue to prepare, and you're in charge of the groceries. Oh boy. And being a holiday, it means it's gonna take a lot of time. Yep. Well, have a good one, and we'll catch you later. Good to see you again, too, Zem. Don't be a stranger, or I'll have to yell at you. I don't. I'm kidding, of course, right? But yeah. He found a county official from Florida who clearly edited his own Wikipedia page to glowingly praise himself. County used was just county office. Oh boy. Yeah. Some people just can't be trusted with shit. And the thing too is, like, if you have legitimate complaints about Pidgin, please bring them up, right? Like I'm not gonna take offense to somebody with a legitimate complaint. If someone's like, this thing's a piece of garbage, it looks nothing like the real client. Like, yeah, no fucking shit. Right? Like, we're not trying to be the real client. Why would we even try, right? So like, but if somebody has, you know, a legitimate gripe or something, talk to me. Let me know. Right? I can't fix the problems I don't know about. It's a piece of garbage. I mean, oh my god, it's written in C, not Rust. You know what? We should rewrite it all in Swift because the programming name, the language name alone tells you that it's fast because it's Swift. Or maybe it's a Taylor Swift thing. I don't know. Maybe it's both. You're written all in no, for the love of God, no. I've written so much VB, pre.NET VB, never again, man. Fucking never, ever again. You know the thing, so those of you that have never done VB, let me give you an example of how annoying VB is. Okay, right? So VB, let's say I did, yeah. Let's say if I was like, foo equals bar, 1, 2, what's the third parameter? And I hit up to go away. I would get a pop-up dialog that would say syntax error on line 36. And I would have to fix that and appease it before I could go look at the other code. Right? So, you know, you'd have to do something like this. All right, VB, I think it was hash, right? But you'd have to like comment out the code because you can't fill it in. You don't know what to put there. And then go look at the other code. Then you can go look at the other code. And then you can come back, uncomment, and then fix the code. Right, and Go, because it goes. I really enjoy Go. I really do. The problem with Go is, like, the only UI you can do is, like, Electron-based or Tau-based or Atari-based. That's what it is. And that just sucks. You just fucked on a VB6 and you do a bunch of QBasic too? Yeah. Or Quick Basic? Yeah. So have I. So have I. Here, SWK, have you ever seen this? So, my first video game, literally, I turned my programming teacher into a Tamagotchi or a Gigapet in BASIC. Yep. How many lines is this? Oh, it's only 1,400 lines. What does that mean in Business Basic? I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I've never had to do Business Basic. SVN was unbearably slow with bigger repositories and having SVN in each directory is stupid by design. Okay, sure. Those are valid gripes. Source safe locked any files when you began editing. Yeah, that's dumb. Its biggest flaw seems to be too many good features for most users. Okay, so you are either super into the git cli or you're not using the git cli. Because the git cli is a fucking travesty. And I can name off a whole bunch of problems right now with it. Let's just talk about how git switch finally got added like 15 years or more. I don't even know when it actually got added. Got added in because checkout was overloaded. We can just start with that one. Okay. So have you ever done a stash? And you never ever get confused on if you're supposed to pop or apply it afterwards? SWK, are you agreeing with me that stash is garbage, or the whole checkout minus B to create a new branch is just like, the fuck? Don't know why get branch name space new name or get branch space branch name wasn't a thing when get branch works. Right? There's so many just asinine choices in the git cli that it is absurd. Absolutely fucking absurd. I'm not making the Git video. You can watch hours of this. Somebody should do a supercut. Just grab all the times I rant about Git and just fucking supercut it. People are like, Git's amazing. It does all this stuff. Yeah, it makes everybody's head fucking hurt. We don't have that much time. Yeah, I know. Me neither. Oh, Git debug mailbox manual page. Git debug mailbox. Debugs described upstream mailboxes using remote daemons while merging suitable masters to rub the given mailboxes. Sounds like a real Git command to me. I know it's not, but it sounds like a real one. The problem is that the simple cases are way more complicated than they should ever be. And on top of that, the most popular, again, remember, popular doesn't mean good. The most popular way for people to interact with Git using GitHub is to do pull requests where the default methods are destructive. Right? There's all, like, it's mind-boggling to me how people will be like, you shouldn't write C, it's not safe, you need to write Rust. But then they will git push -F all fucking day. And you're like, that's dangerous as fuck. You're going to lose your work. Rather than, you might have a CVE that you have to patch later. Like, you're going to legitimately lose work. Oh, well, it's easy. You just need to learn the ref log and the object store of Git. Like, I don't care how the transmission of my car works. I get in the car, I start it, I start driving. I don't have to give a shit how the transmission works. But Git defenders will tell you that you need to learn how Git works internally. That is bad design. Full stop. It is so intuitive how you stage changes using Git add and unstage them using Git restore -- stage. And then look at the stage changes using Git diff. Yes, yeah, don't even get me started on the stage. The stage is a horrible fucking design. Let's put multiple versions here. The stage can just conceptually lets you be unfocused as a developer. And that's not something you want to do when you want to write high quality code. You should be doing one thing at a time, not a bunch of them and then sorting through them and making smaller commits. Just make the smaller commits. Like, if stash worked better, right? And you found a bug in something else, you would quickly stash what you have, make your new feature branch, make the things, put a pull request, unstash, get back to what you were working on. But it doesn't work that way, so everybody gets fucked up and uses the stage. Frank, it's more worse Microsoft supporting Linux kernel and nested sandbox to sandbox. Okay. Commit and commit often. Yes, exactly. Simblade, I'm not sure what any of that has to do with what we're saying, but yeah, like Microsoft doing fuckery. What? We don't have 55 years of that, of prior work on that at all. Just Microsoft fuckery everywhere. Oh, right. I was going to try to build this, but sub-project shit's all fucked up. Okay. All right. Fine, fuck it. Make it all go away. Every time you have to do a Git thing at work, I always walking on eggshells, terrified that I'm going to break something. Yeah. Like Git Git makes breaking everything easy. Whereas if they would ever fucking get this merged into upstream, it'd be great. But, oh, that's not, oh no, this is it. But, hey, we can just do it this way. Okay, nothing here. No, okay, actually, default. Oh, hey. So the O-log, or the obsolescence log in Mercurial, is an extra chain that links all the versions you got rid of so that when you're doing an exchange with the remote, it can follow them and update things correctly. And therefore, you don't need to force push or pull anything, right? So I originally had a commit here, 9F90DB, whatever, that said fix Pidgin application, get active Windows to only return Pidgin display windows. Okay, cool. Right? Then I amended this for some changes. If you look at the pull request, you'll see where the changes I actually made, right? But then, oh, hey, I missed something else when I made those changes. So then I amended it again. And then when it got merged, so this was pruned and it points to the old version. And that's how we have the log. So you can see the entire history of everything that happened on this commit that I rebased and amended multiple times. And it's all there. But in Git, you don't have that. It's gone. Doesn't exist. Maybe you have it in the ref log. Maybe. But then you have to know the ref log and how it works and keep track of it. And remember all these weird fucking symbols to move different commits from like head and other bullshit like that. And it's all just nonsense. Right? And the O log works for anything, right? So if I can give it another rev too. So like this command, HG O log, I think this works. I never do this because I don't actually have to. Yeah, so, right? So I started a commit, add support for IRC, or support for await notify. Wait, let's just do this, right? So we'll see. Oop, oh, I hit the wrong key. So we'll see in 3968. All right, so 3968. You'll see that, oh, hey, there's two diff versions, right? So between the first and the second one, or no, this is the first code. This is the first diff I put in, right? If we go back here, we look at the reviews, right? We'll see that QLogic said, I'm not sure we need to gstir length v here, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So then I did review request change, rebase, and address the issue, right? Then he approved it, and then I merged it, right? So if we go back and look at the O log, this is my initial. Then I rebased it onto default. Then I amended it with the change, and then I pruned it after it got merged. Right? That's just here in Mercurial. Well, it's in my tree. It's not going to be in everybody else's tree, because the canonical tree never saw these commits. They only saw this one. But yeah, that's the way it goes. Oh, I didn't give YouTube the change set evolution link, but I'm guessing if you were interested, you already found it, but here it is anyways. You brace and squash often with Git, but usually it's like commit, whip, commit, what the fuck does this work, commit, nope, what the fuck, 12 more commit, Git rebase -I and squash all the what the fucks. Yeah, but like, I mean, that's fine, but I don't have that problem because, I don't know. I just amend all day rather than do a full commit, right? But I guess if you're doing more trial stuff, it makes sense to make another commit. But I do some work, make sure it's good, commit. Do some more work to figure out the next step, amend. Do some more stuff, make sure it's good, amend, right? But for your setup too, Mercurial has a command called absorb, which if you're doing multiple, if you're doing like a pull request or a patch set, absorb is amazing because what it'll do is it'll do its best. It's not always right because it's hard to do, but it'll try to figure out which commit, or it'll look at the last commit that touched the file that you just changed and around that area, and then it'll update that commit and then rebase everything else for you. So you just don't have to do that problem. But remember, it gets the bestest. Even though it doesn't have absorb or clone bundles or pull bundles or change set evolution or rev sets or a bunch of other stuff that I can't think of right now. But again, if you like Git, you want to use Git, it's fine. Don't care. But when you want to treat me like a fucking freak because I hate it, that's a problem. Oh, we were trying to do the builds. Oh, actually, we're gonna add. I need to go pee and I need to get water. I'll be alright back. Alright, both built. Sweet. Not everyone can be as perfect as you. Yeah, we try. That statement sounds very patronizing. Especially when you have Supreme in your username. HG is an okay tool. But gets better. And the thing is, it's not which one is more gooder. It's a personal preference. Right? So, like, your opinion doesn't matter. You don't like it? Great, I don't care. Right? Why are people upset that I don't like it? Right? That becomes the real question. Like, oh, why don't you use this? It's blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't like to use it. The funnier part is when people think I don't use it and I just hate it on principle. It's like, no, I hate it because I fucking have to use it and it's a piece of shit. If it was a great tool, I wouldn't have so many complaints about it. Right? They all stink except mine. Mine is perfect and smells like roses. Mine smells like Oreos. I just picked a cookie. Sure, why not? Actually, I just realized that sounds really dirty. There's a whole joke there I'm not going to explain. But, yeah. Something about cream filling between chocolate wafers. Or between chocolate. Look, I type HD branch, it tells me the branch I'm on. And I can type HD branch and then say update convey. And oh my god, it created a new branch. What is this nonsense? I'm judging. I didn't say it was true or anything. I said there's a funny joke in there. That's all. I'll create the plans before we merge this. But for now, we're gonna leave it as is. Team City. Oh wait! Look! We can also say HD branches, and it tells me all my branches. Oh my god! What is this madness? This tool almost actually makes sense. So Penguin, we should probably fix that. The website is kind of a mess right now. It's on my list of things to do, but right now it's not a huge deal. Number one, like, unless you're actually actively going to contribute to Pidgin, we would prefer you don't use Mercurial to access it. And the reason for that is building Pidgin is difficult. And actually, oh yeah, I guess that doesn't help. But it's in the README. Like, if you're just looking to go and test it out and everything, and I'm guessing based on your username, you're probably running Linux, your best bet is to use the FlatHub release. It's on FlatHub beta. And then that way you don't have to mess around with compiling or anything. The biggest problem you have to do is set up FlatHub beta, which doesn't take long and is actually also in the README file. But no, this needs to get on the website. But Pidgin 3 is not meant for end users yet either. So building, there are two main ways you can build Pidgin. If you're on Linux, you may use Flatpak. The other option is to do a normal build. This will tell you how to do the Flatpak build itself. This doesn't actually tell you how to do FlatHub beta, does it? I guess that's only on Discourse. Which we didn't mention that in here, do we? I probably should have linked to that. Which can be found on SourceForge, and I should put a thing in there that says should be available on whatever. But yeah, so which version are you trying to build, Penguin? So FlatHub beta stuff is here if you want to use Pidgin 3, but Pidgin 3 has a lot of stuff. Get rid of the 2 on the end. Sorry, my bad. It automatically puts that in, takes me down to the bottom. Otherwise, you can build a Flatpak from the code. But yeah. Also, the other problem is docs.line3.org, contributors guide. This has the Mercurial instructions. And unfortunately, the Mercurial instructions are super in-depth, which is another reason why it's let's not use HD. Ah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, well, there's the instructions for that. Oh, this isn't even up to date. We've got more to add to this list now. So, like, yeah. You're probably fine right now. We had to turn on Anubis on our code hosting because the AI bots were destroying us. We went from 20 megabit sustained bandwidth to about 40K. So, yeah, so, Anubis. Oh no, yeah, well, it might be longer on other people's machines. My machine's pretty fast. But, yeah. But so there's a whole bunch of stuff in here too. Contributing code, if you're going to go that route, there's a whole bunch of more Mercurial configuration under here on how to set it up for contributing code. Some of it's out of date too. But in a recent case, we'd like to make some PR. Yeah. We're welcome to, or we're open to any contributions. But that doesn't mean we're going to take everything either. Did I actually post this thing? Yes. Yep, cool. Also, our issue tracker is over here. There's a billion things in here from 20 odd years. But, yeah. I do try to label stuff that's easy for newcomers, but that doesn't necessarily happen all the time. So there's a tag. Difficulty newcomer. How many are actually here? Probably not many. Oh, there's a few. Oh. Well, we should just knock this out. No, I don't know if these are newcomers. The documentation updates. Yeah, so these tend to go fast because, like, I'll get bored and I'll get frustrated with something I'm working on and I'll want to be productive. So I will just grab very, very low hanging fruit because it's an easy dopamine hit, right? It's like, I got that done. So, yeah, they don't tend to sit around long. All right, I was trolling the Git branch stuff. Right. No, it's not. Oh, it's Flat Hub. Yep, that makes total sense. Oh, the new PR branch didn't get deleted. Okay. What? And like, great, thanks. But like, that's more helpful. High quality tool there. Oh yeah, you got 2 remotes. But here's the actual URLs for them over here. So I want to upstream. Okay. Okay. Yep. Also, this is very annoying to me, the way Git does this. Mercurial just puts an @ sign here, so like as you're looking through the DAG, it makes more sense. It's easier to understand. Rather than putting it as part of the branch thing there. I don't know. I don't like that format. It's a personal preference thing. I don't care for it. But whatever. But yeah. I don't know why new PR is still here. They probably should have gotten deleted. But whatever. Oh, right, because of that. Because the way they do this, you actually fork against a different repo, against the FlatHub whatever repo, and then they take your PR commit and drop it. They take your new PR commit and drop it into a new repository with history from the other one, because putting multiple projects history into one repository makes sense in Git apparently. Which is funny because Linus and the Gidiots used to yell at us when we did this in monotone, like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." It's just like, all right, well, I guess that turned into we're going to implement it in Git. Sure, why not? All right. So speaking of the Ian thing before, I noticed we have to do Mason setup build or -d doc equals true build. I missed something in the Ian stuff from the other day. I did not update his buddy icon. Doesn't know the world's near the end? Yes, yes. The funny part is, like I just said earlier, people think I have like this irrational hatred of Git, but no, it is a very practiced and experienced hatred of Git. Right? Like, if I this would be like saying I hate Fossil because I've never used Fossil, right? I have no reason to hate Fossil or PyJewel or SourceSafe. I've heard bad things about SourceSafe. I've never used it. I can't give you any examples of why it's bad. So why would I go and hate on it, right? Like I have no reason to. The reason I hate Git is because I have to use it and it just does not make any sense to me. And anybody that does, just like there's no consistency here. Nothing is intuitive. This is literally a game of memorization and foot guns. And yet you all seem to think that it is a gift to all of humankind. And I'm over here going, this is garbage. It's like, are you guys like, who hurt you that you think this is amazing? And yes, I mean that to sound as rude as it does. Yeah. Base comp to rebase, but ever use merge for less comp. Huh? Base conf to rebase, but never use merge for less conflict. I mean, the thing is, conflicts are fine. It's oh, okay, gotcha. But like, that's fine. The problem is you still had to memorize the difference between get checkout minus B and get switch minus C, and you now have to learn get switch because it never existed before. And you have to remember that when you want to restore a file using checkout or grab it in another revision, you have to put a double dash it before the file name. Otherwise, Git's going to think it's a branch and it can't tell the difference. And right, all this other nonsense where you're just like, can we just start over? And the thing is, they have started over numerous times. There's Git, there's Tiglis, there's any other number of them. And there's also Cogito. Used Pidgin for many years. That was also years ago. Google broke some interfaces probably and didn't work too well then. Then I changed to just use Google Chatting browser, Google Android app. I love Pidgin these days with Google at L. So with Google Chat right now, it's a real pain in the ass because of the OAuth setup, and we don't really have OAuth with an embedded browser in Pidgin 2. But if you can get your session token, it'll work. But it's a pain. There are plans to get, technically speaking, an embedded browser into Pidgin 3, but it'll run out of process. Because I'm not putting an embedded web browser in Pidgin 3 proper, because that's just a great way to get pwned. Yeah, you used to be able to get this like master cookie that they called or a master token called a dynamite token. They shut that down. Under the guise of securing things, which maybe I don't know, whatever. That's what broke us, because you could only then use the username and password in a browser, and that became the problem. What drives you crazy? Sometimes you must use origin main, sometimes or yeah. Well, I mean, number two, why don't you set your origin? Right? There's a million things Git does to make things stupidly difficult, and you have to play the memorization game. And yet people are like still like, this is the most amazing thing ever made, and I'm just like, you guys have such low fucking standards. Same thing to IMAP TLS Sassel too? Really? Okay. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah. What were you guys doing with Google OAuth? Just like SSO or what? Like, just like basically treating Google as an IDP? So where was the problem? This was a clean build. We should have seen it. I don't remember how I saw it. Maybe it was on start. Oh, that's pull requested, but not fixed yet. Okay. So if I had a demo account, we should see a warning about Ian. Yeah, failed to load an icon for Lip Purple demo, buddy icons, ianrob.ping. The resource at ianrob does not exist. Yeah, okay, so we need to fix that part. Use IMAP TLS. They're trying to force the OAuth into that too. They claim OAuth for IMAP is more secure than Sassel. There's an OAuth Sassel mech though. So what? There's no Sassel here. Sorry, this is just that. Yeah, they want you to open a browser to log into IMAP. I know. Microsoft was doing that forever with Exchange. So it's not exactly news, right? Oh, Sassel. I swear there's an RFC for this. That's fine. I mean, I didn't say you have to. Okay. Oh, OAuth 10A. Yep. And 2.0 bearer tokens. There you go. Just point them to this. Yeah. No, I get it. At some point, we're going to implement that in Hassel. And we're just going to add a field of context for a bearer token. Like, you figure out the bearer and then give it to us and we'll throw it in there. It's not a big deal. Not for us, but I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm saying people are screwed and, you know, they don't get an option sometimes. Right, that's what we're doing. Pidgin data, not data. Is it like, no. Protocols demo. CD resources. Buddy icons. We should rename this to avatars anyways. HG move in dot ping to Ian Rob dot ping. Demo resource. Do we just do the whole directory or something? What the fuck? Where is this? What am I looking at? Oh, I'm looking at the Awada demo somehow. Okay. Protocols demo G resource. I'm like, this is not our code. Oh, I wanted to see what it looked like without his icon. Have an Elon.ping in there? Yes. Might as well rename it to Adolf. Fucking idiots. For those of you that don't have the context, somebody saw the screenshot of the demo protocol plugin in a news article, and they read Ian, E-I-O-N, as Elon, and started commenting about Elon is the new Adolf, blah, 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 and all this other nonsense. Made a German mad today? Okay. This branch name doesn't go anywhere. Ian Rob's avatar has got broken in, or broken by /r/. Oh, I didn't publish this. Whoops. Made a joke about Adolf. It was like, Nazi joke, really? I was like, I didn't know all Adolfs were Nazis. Yeah, I mean, I would avoid that, but yeah. Your great-great-grandfather was both German and named Adolf, but was no Nazi. Yeah. Historically, before World War II, I'm guessing there were a lot of Adolfs, and they were not Nazis. After World War II, I don't think there was a whole lot of Adolfs, but I don't have data on that. All right, what was it? Where did we break this? $39.67. Was broken and all right. Your grandfather did fight for German in World War One, but then when it was over, he said, "Fuck this, we out," and immigrated to the state. Yeah, or he changed his name to Charles. Wise man, very wise man. He wanted to be more English sounding. But the real question, was he in charge? Even though you never met him? Please tell me you got the reference, though. Because, I mean, it's not... I mean, it's an old cut. It's not really a deep cut, though. Your great-grandmother stuffed his nails? Okay, good. For those of you that are like, what the hell are you talking about? There's this old TV show in the 80s, I think? Maybe early 90s, too. Called Charles in Charge, and that was the entirety of the joke. You don't miss on pop culture often? Okay, fair. Alright, that one's good. That's done. I thought I had something else I was going to do here. We have all the other build plan stuff to do for the releases, which is annoying. So I like to stack them. At least the Fedora ones usually align with the Ubuntu ones, which is nice. Stick around, Bennett. Did you get that? I don't know that one. Yeah, I got nothing there. What the hell is that about? Command. Oh, okay. Yeah. Bennett Schwarzenegger, right? Or is he, fuck, what's his name? I just had it. Chubbs. What the fuck is his name? Oh, okay. Yeah. Bennett was the bad guy. Who's the other guy? Fuck, what is his name? I know when I see it, I'm going to be annoyed because I should know it. No, it's not Ray Dong Chon. Am I mixing up movies? I've got to be mixing up movies. No. I know that's the right movie, but isn't that the one where they do like the handshake or the like muscle handshake thing that gets memed to shit everywhere? Is the black guy in that? Carl Weathers. There we go. Was he not in Commando? Predator. I'm thinking Predator. My bad. That's what I'm mixing up. Yeah. Like Predator, Commando. They're quite similar. Or at least they are in my head. I haven't watched Commando in a very long time. And yeah, Carl Weathers. Could not think of his name to save my life. Too busy remembering all the git commands. Yes, thank you, jokes. Can't remember that. I can't remember his name because there's too many git commands in my head. That seems like a reasonable excuse, right? Get to the chopper! Is that git push minus F? I think it is. Get to the chopper! There we go. I see. You can tell I use Git enough that I have a config file. Get to the chopper. Push minus F. Go. Get to the chopper. Why? I must have like hit something here. Can't you remember that? Can't remember pop music artist names or song titles. Yeah. I guess we're gonna save, although I don't think anything actually changed there. Yeah, okay. Oh. All right. So that reminds me. I gotta ping the G streamer guy, Nerdpeak, and be like, all right, it's been about a year since I last talked to him about multimedia stuff and G streamer and Pidgin, and go, here's my thoughts. Glorb? I don't tend to listen to pop music, but what is Glorb about? Let's see. Glorb. Glorb sounds like some Rick and Morty shit. They have a song called Ocean's 11. The pseudo-anonymous YouTuber and TikToker who specializes in rap music using AI-generated voices of characters from the animated series SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm probably gonna pass, but that's pretty funny. I'm not big on rap. Nothing against it, just it doesn't do much for me. It's actually quite good. Okay. Maybe I'll listen anonymously so it doesn't mess up my algorithm that's all messed up right now. So I listen when I'm not streaming. I listen to a lot of horror punk and psychobilly stuff. And lately, YouTube Music, which I pay for YouTube Premium. I'm on a grandfather plan, so it's only $10 a month or something. They've started giving me like stuff in Japanese and Korean, and I forget what else. I'm like, I can't do anything with this. Like, sorry, but I can't. Some of the bands I listen to, they also do songs in German, but it's okay. Like, okay, I don't know the words, but like, yeah, I don't know. The stuff they've been giving me though, it's just like, what? Stop. And like, it doesn't even sound like your typical horror punk or psychobilly. It's just, it sounds like K-pop's version of it or something. It's just like, this is not what I asked for. Let me speak to your manager, YouTube Music algorithm, because you done fucked up. Whoever's obviously a legit rapper writer. He mixes in a lot of pop culture and Call of Duty references. Interesting. What do we have in the issue tracker? We have 44 issues, apparently. All history redux we still need to figure out. Oh, we need to get started on this. And this. Great conversation. I'm still not sure how we want to go about doing this. Oh, I think we can delete this. Due to an issue with, mixing Pango attributes and use markup and the use markup property on GTK.label. We have to come up with an entirely new way to parse and handle links by returning Pango attributes. Pango adder list for them. Do we want to delete this? SpongeBob rapping about offing Karen. Plankton's wife is named Karen. That's kind of funny. Well, smoking weed and drinking lean, as in purple lean, is pretty wild and ruining childhood memories for a lot of people, I'm sure. All right. Does anything else call purple markup Linkify? I don't think we have anything there anymore. Oh, okay. We're still using it in the title. Okay, that's gonna have to change at some point. Oh, we didn't merge this yet. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. We can't do it. See. $39.70. More information. Okay, back to the saddle. I still want to do this, but I also don't want to. We could create purple tag. That's not too hard. It's 1020. Oh, didn't we fix this? Oh, no, we didn't do... Okay, we didn't do that part yet. Oh, what do we got in Ibis? At server encoding property, I thought I almost had this done, but I didn't finish it or something. Client-side pings, labeled response. We can do this now. Actually, Huh. What did I say we were supposed to do here? We need label response to make grouping things much easier, and Ibis should have a way to make this work easily. What that meant, I don't know. We could do an Ibis message add label and Ibis message get label, but that seems unnecessary. So effectively what those would do basically, so Ibis message set label, you'd have Ibis message const car star label. This would basically just do Ibis tag star tags equals null tags equals Ibis message. Actually, just do this. Ibis tags set. Yeah, or is it set or add? I don't remember. Message tags comma label or no, that's right. Label. Right. And all this would save is if somebody wanted to, like, the difference here is, you know, so this is client code. Right, they would say Ibis message set label message foo, right? As opposed to saying tags equals Ibis message get tags message Ibis tags set tags label foo. Like, do we want to add this API for this? That seems like a bit much. I think it's, or is it get or it's lookup? I'm just going to prototype this and say, we're not going to do this and drop this in the ticket. I say, we're not going to do this because of this. Oh, it's add. What does this do if it already exists? If it already existed, it'll be replaced. Okay, yep, that's fine. Oh, okay, we can fix that though. That's okay. We can mark this as a constructor, and then it'll show up here. So it's add and lookup. Lookup. And can return... No, yeah, okay. Mr. is empty. I think that's a thing. If not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like this is fine. Or invented anonymous functions for every effing callback should be strangled. Yes, I agree. Anonymous functions, they have their place, but yeah, lambda this, lambda everything, lambda lambda lambda, lambda lambda lambda. How's the rest of that go? Fuck, I haven't watched Revenge of the Nerds in probably 20 years. Right, it was the, yeah, it was lambda lambda lambdas. That was the Nerds fraternity, right? Then there's Omega Mu something? I don't remember the shitheads. Trilambs, yeah, okay. I don't remember the shitheads fraternity. But now, thinking about that, that makes a lot more sense that they were lambdas. The nerds were lambdas. Okay, yep. It's a fair joke. Omega Mu, that's what it was. And alpha betas, yeah. You really are on top of the pop culture stuff, aren't you? Jesus. I'm trying to go here. That's what I'm trying to do. I like prototyping. Proto. Yeah, and this seems mostly unnecessary. Prototype is one word, right? I guess you... Mostly unnecessary. Everything in the batch should have the label tag. Right? For the... Specification adds a label message tag which has a required value. This tag may be sent by a client for any message that needs to be correlated with a response from the server. For any messages retrieved from a client that includes this tag, the server must include the same tag and value in any response required from the message, where it's feasible to do so. Servers must include the tag in exactly one logical message. If a response consists of more than one message, a batch must be used to group them into a single logical message. The start of the batch must be tagged with the label tag, and the batch must be of type an existing type applicable to the entire response, or the batch type must be labeled response. Do we have that in here? Oh, wait, what? Oh, the pi sorority? Oh, I thought there's only 3 frats in the whole thing, or there's the 2 frats in the sorority, right? Oh, no, the lambdas, yeah. The nerdy girl, the nerdy sorority is pi something, yeah, and it's some dirty joke in there too, I'm sure. But yeah, it makes sense that they're pies as well. Yes. Their sorority was Omega Mu. Oh, okay. Okay, and then the other ones being pies is being a dirty joke. Got it. Okay. Pies for the Alpha Beta girls. Gotcha. And now that I'm thinking back of other parts of that, I think there's a whole bunch of jokes I overlooked. God, it's had to have been more than 20 years since I've paid attention while watching it. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's something about them selling cream pies too, right? that's the one that's ringing a bell here. And yeah. All right, so yeah, this just doesn't make sense, right? Because if you get a batch, right, the server will send back this with the batch, and then go from there. Pies picks under the cream. Okay, yeah. Oh, right, and the Omega Mu, the cow joke, is saying that okay, yeah. The 80s movies were nuts, man. People want to talk about stuff being like inappropriate. Just watch any 80s comedy movie. Any of them. Even Big with Tom Hanks. Or, I mean, Tom Hanks is a good example too, because of Bachelor Party with a freaking donkey show. They're off the hook. They were definitely not tethered to anything. Anything was on the table. Anything and everything was on the table back then. All right, cool. We already got the batch in there. Good. Oop. All right. Everything batch should have mostly unnecessary. Only one message can have a label, which means it'll be a single message or a batch, and trying to handle that in a library is going to get ugly quick. Ugly is going to get in the way very quickly. Here's the rough API I threw together, and it just doesn't make sense to add to the API footprint. Yep. Like, just fucking call it. It's fine. All right. We are going to hit add comment. And we are going to say, oh, won't fix. Boom. Look at that. We just closed ticket. Yeah. Clerks 2 hadn't even. Yes. I miss my donkey. The whole bit about the guy's name being Kelly too. We thought you were the sexy stud. No, that's the sexy stud. Ugh. Oh, I saw Clerks 2 in the theater, and yeah. It was a riot. And then I did so Kevin Smith toured with Clerks 3, and I went and saw it when he came here. That was good too. Not as many absurd moments, let's go with that, in that one, but yeah, it was still good. All right, what else do we have in here to make this public or anything? So the Ibis API, the next stuff we're gonna need, and we could start doing some of this really. One of the next big things for Ibis is going to be to handle DCCs, specifically DCC send, because there's that weird IP bullshit, right? Like nobody should have to implement that. We can very easily implement that and call it a day, and go from there. Okay. What is that one? Oh, I really need to remember to put that into my get aliases. Something similar to this. Oh, yeah, that problem. FreeBSD caught this and freaked out on it. Nothing else did. Or not FreeBSD, OpenBSD was the only one that caught this. But yeah, this is why I compile on everything. Because this was wrong. Wasn't there was some new spec they were just talking about. I don't remember what it was. We got message tags. Count X-band, count tag. Batches, bot mode. Channel renaming. That one, I don't think that's something that should end up in Ibis. Wait. Oh. Yeah, this wouldn't be something we put into Ibis. So Ibis is meant to do the heavy lifting for you. But stuff where like you want to set your presence during connection, that's here. Read marker, we'll have to get that at some point. Message redaction, chat history, blah blah blah. Yeah, this isn't something that would end up here either. Will be set on initial connection at multiplier C. Oh, it's client capability. You have to negotiate. Yeah, like this is something we'll put in Pidgin or in the purple plugin, but we won't put into Ibis because it doesn't make sense to. Just like we don't implement typing in Ibis, but we help it out, stuff like that. The echo message extension lets clients confirm when messages are sent and see messages that the other client's on the connection. Say blah blah blah. We should get to that soon, but that's going to be a Pidgin thing, not here. Invite notify allows privileged channel users to see when someone is invited to their channel. This can help channel apps better run their channels and see better information what's going on. Not worried about that right now. Labeled responses, that was the listing for that. I don't know that we did multi-prefix yet, but let's see. Oh, actually, maybe we did. We didn't do any of that. Allows clients to disable the implicit names response sent after joining in case they don't always need that information for all channels. Clients can still square that information by the names or who. Yep. Message IDs we have. Yeah, metadata is work in progress. Monitor we might want to do. Let's see. STS we might be able to help there. We could readjust this, I think. We'll find out. It's widely used to provide the real IP address of users to the server when connecting through a gateway. This common. Yeah, I think we're pretty much through the through the IRCv3 specs. All right, well, I guess we can start the 14 stuff. Yeah, all right. Version.h. The funny part too is we built this whole library with the intent that we were going to use this for Twitch, and now Twitch is deprecating IRC. Just like, son of a bitch. It's fine though, right? We get a nice, decent IRC library out of it. Everybody wins. It's fine. It just sucks. Go through all this work to build this thing, and we didn't need to, but it's okay. And everybody got real quiet. Do I need to shit on Git some more? Rile everybody, get everybody riled up. Git is horrible, and you should feel bad for using it, even though you don't have a choice. But you have the choice of finding a new job, so that's your choice, and you should feel bad because you didn't do that. Yes, more Git. Also, crap on AI, that's fun too. I mean, AI just craps itself. Do we even really need to try? Like, I still get surprised when people are like, yeah, it's great. You can do all my stuff for me. And I'm like, how? Did you write it with AI? Yeah. Like, I don't know how your AI works, but mine sure doesn't fucking work that way. I'm in test. It's like, they should have been at the top. What did I say in the ticket for this? I don't know. Like, any argument you have for like cryptocurrency also applies to AI. It's funny. Doing more than PC. Yeah, no worries. No. Number constants formatting that are in IBIS formatting.c, but it'd be more useful if it were in IBIS constants and available to everybody else. The question is, oh no, we probably don't want strings. How's it going, Retro Pixel? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so anyways, the idea is to take this and yeah, let's not put these in constants, but we're gonna make them public. Oh, we had to fix that other thing. Cryptocurrency is untraceable. Yeah, sure it is. I had somebody trying to tell me that, oh, was it Monero? I think it was Monero. They're like, it's an anonymous coin. You can't track it. I'm like, it's hard to stay hidden on a public ledger. They're like, but it's anonymous. And I'm like, the ledger is public. You can figure out who people are from the public ledger. It's the same way that, like, they fingerprint your browser, right? Just they fingerprint you by your transactions, and they tie that to you in the real world, and then you're screwed. Like, haven't you seen Ready Player One, where he gives out his real name, and then IOI comes and tries to blow up his fucking house? It's the same deal. The most untraceable anonymous currency for you is called cash. The better one is called favors. No. I cracked myself up. It's okay. Who the fuck is Pars? Where's Parzival? Parzival. There it is. So I think if we just do this and we say, is it Ctor or Constructor? I think it's Ctor. I think if we do that, and then we do this, we'll either get a warning. Yeah, okay. Okay, that looks better. Oh, nope. Oh, because then it says func. Okay, so we need to fix message pars. Func at message.pars. Right, so this change then makes this become Ctor. And this one too. All right, then, so yeah, so we were looking at this, right? So if we look at ibis message, so this is the currently deployed docs, right? And we go to message, right? And we go to constructors, we have message new, and then we have a function for message pars. Then if we file / home gram p ibis build ibis reference ibis index.html. Yes, I've typed that not too many times. Right, and now we go here. Now we have two constructors, not a function, because message pars is a constructor. It constructs a new one off of a string. The logic for GI docgen to figure out if something is constructor is it has new in it. It has type name underscore new, and that's how it goes. But this is, you could say new from string, but no, just parse the message. And go from there. Yep. Ooh. All right, we can do this as a separate commit real quick. Boop. Message. CH. See, I'm breaking my own rules, right? I'm doing stuff I shouldn't be doing right now. I'm doing too many things at once, but it's okay. There was the two Ctors. Yep, okay. HG branch, message Ctor. Annotate ibis.message.pars as a constructor. This function is a constructor. The annotation is helpful for language bindings and puts in the constructors section in the docs instead of structure section rather than the functions section in the docs. Yep, it's dirty, I know. Oh, is it called Bitcoin Cash though? Do you know enough about the cryptocurrency stuff to know that calling something Bitcoin Cash or Bcash will really piss off the people that forked it? Oh, I should call the turtles in. Although we built the dock, so it should be fine. Called in the turtles and verified the generated documentation. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that's fine. This is all the new shit I added that's not here. Oh, hey, look. I don't have to type anything else magic. It's just going to work. Just easy commands. I mean, so long time ago, a company I worked at, the cloud telephony thing, we got into the Git debate, discussion, whatever, right? How many of you know South Park and know it well? So like I was like Mercurial or wild, wacky action bike. I was like Mercurial. It's just like your normal bike. It makes sense. Whereas this is Git, the wild, wacky action bike. And you're like, what? How does this thing even work? And they like kind of actually built one of these for the show too. It looks like they took like two big wheels and put them together or something. And like, this is Git, the wild, wacky action bike. Do they have the actual clip somewhere? The clip from the episode is hilarious.
Wild wacky action bike is almost impossible to steer and it closes the door.
Yep, that's good. Trying to go with AI is most painful. Small things like creating patch scripts, they can do pretty well. AI models get better every week. So maybe some you're seeing that actually useful as real code? Doubtful. Like, I don't mean to sound like a pessimist, but like, for comparison, people have been talking about building AI and shit forever. And while the transforms have made a big difference and the context has been a big difference, we're not really that far than we were with the Eliza bot in the fucking 70s. And it's been 50 plus years, right? So it's just like, all this money, all this engineering effort is going into it. And it seems like it's an incremental improvement to me. It feels a lot like when someone's like, ray tracing is going to be the next big thing in gaming. Do you know how long they have been talking and spouting about how big ray tracing is going to be in gaming? At least 40 years. Well, maybe not 40 yet. But like, somebody added ray tracing to Doom or something. Like, while Doom was still new. Right? And like, ray tracing is going to change everything. And it's just like, okay. Well, yep. Like, yep. Okay. If you say so, sure. Like, I'm not going to waste my time and effort debating it. The hardest part I have with Mercurial is fucking spelling. Look, I didn't have to type or know the difference between pop and apply. I just told it to take it off the shelf. And there's all my changes. Oh my God. Huh. Now it's ray tracing with AI reconstructed rays. Truly innovative NVIDIA tech. Is it AI reconstructed or is it AI reconstructed with AI interpolated frames? Because I think there's AI interpolated frames as well. It's just the hype machines, man. People believe these hypes too. There was some good example I had a while ago of something where it's like I really fell for the hype of something, and then it came out and I was like, you all are liars. And from that point on, it's just don't believe the hype. Just cast one ray and they all fill in the blanks with the AI. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm usually pretty good with leet names, but that's not leet. Yeah, what do I call you? Unless it's backward? No. What does your name say? That's a Linux network interface name. Oh no, the machines. Oh, Cyberdyne Systems. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Model 101 ET 801 Heavy Combat. There we go. Okay. God, SWK, I thought you knew all the pulp culture references. Come on. That is a mouthful. I want to remember that, but I'll be more likely to remember it now. But yeah, either way, I'm not going to say all that. So how do you want me to refer to you? I could just say Terminator. Arnold? How about Arnie? No. All right. In this format, bold. It's calm. Get to the chopper. Okay, get push minus F. Get to the chopper. It's not a tumor. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Oh. What's his one-liners from True Lies? There's something in there I can't think of. A constant for... Oh, we only have the one... Do we handle both italics? I don't think we handled both italics. But maybe we should. Okay, they say it's 1D. I thought there was another italic. Damn it, what was the line earlier about Bennett? The only quote I can think of for Total Recall is he's trying to pull the thing out of his nose. What happened to Sully? I let him go. Or that's not even Arnold. I let him go. That's a little better. It's still not good though. Oh, that's a True Lies one. Okay, yeah, from the helicopter. Yeah. Fuck, what is that band's name? Do you guys know there's a metal band that's supposed to sound like Arnold? Fuck. What the hell's the name of that band? Oh, You Let Him Go was Commando? Okay. Oh, no, right. I'm mixing shit up again. In True Lies, it's Jamie Lee Curtis who's hanging, dangling off the helicopter. Fuck, what is that band? Austrian Death Machine. All right, we might get muted here, but it's only 2 minutes 47 seconds. They have multiple albums, I believe. Yeah. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Your boots and motorcycle. I totally forgot that band existed. So it's Sully off the edge of the cliff, and he's about to kill Sully. Sully goes, "Remember you promised to kill me last?" I lied. Let him go. Nice. But yeah, check out Austrian Death Machine if you get a chance. They even have a Wikipedia page. That movie's so bad. Like the Power Glove? Oh, it's As I Lay Dying vocalist. That's what it is. That if anybody else is looking for any other weird metal, I'm sure they're on Wikipedia. Swashbuckle. When I worked at an OEM, we got into all sorts of weird metal. Yeah, they dress up like pirates and shit. They have sea shanties, and it's just metal stuff. I've seen Death Clock live, man. I have a concert T-shirt upstairs, buried in my closet somewhere. That's when they opened for Mastodon, before it was a social network. You want to see them live? Nice. How's it going? Too big to flail? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I'm trying to go over here. That's what I'm doing. A constant for the bold formatting character. All right. Get to the turtles. I'm doing all right. I'm fun tonight, getting some work done. All right, we just gotta document all the rest of these damn things. Yeah, we'll leave these here. Like, I'm debating on if this should go with all the other constants, but probably not. For the color formatting character. At least the docs for this are stupid. Oh, I gotta do this too. It's available macro. Hold on. Boom. Fucking love multi-cursor. Next color formatting character. Like to see AI do that. Monospace formatting character. Is monospace 2 words? Monospace has got to be 1 word, right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why this is thinking it's not, but whatever. Stupid spell check. Tell me I'm wrong when I'm not. Constant for the reset formatting character. Constant for the reverse color. No, yeah. Reverse color formatting character. I feel like we should. Yeah, let's do this. We have this for all the other constants. I closed it. Formatting, not modern. Nope. What is it then? Oh, it's no, it's formatting. Horse docs. No, whatever. IRC docs.horse. There we go. Figure out the damn name eventually. Formatting. I don't know if this is going to link. We might have to tell it. See the formatting specification. For more information. We'll have to make sure this works right. That's fine. I don't know why I'm saving every time. I'm wasting time. And before someone's like, you should automate this. Oh, this isn't color. This is reverse. I'm at reverse. Shit, was I getting the other ones? Yeah, reset. Format, strike through. For the strike through formatting character. The underline formatting character. Boom. It seems like a silly thing to add new API for, but maybe we'll find some more here. What's that warning? I didn't. Well, it still says format color. That shouldn't. Monospace. That name again? Monospace. 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 Okay. Oh, we should do the DCC thing here too. That's a better excuse for the formatting, not for the formatting, for the versioning stuff. Sorry, let's do this. HG stat, HG shelf, ibis, formatting. Formatting. Okay. Branch, next API. Sure. Prepare for the next minor API version. Sure. Oh, I should probably do a build and make sure dist works. I'm sure it's fine, but we should do it. Make sure we're testing. Not that bad. Mason dist. Yeah, but I feel like Ibis is at a good spot. Once we get the DCC stuff in, I can't think of much more we need to do. I wonder how much we want to do for DCC. RBT post. Come on. $30 done, 78. Fuck, I still didn't publish on this. Ran Mason dist. Actually, this just has the changes we want. Publish. I don't even think Ibis has anything marked as deprecated in it, which is good. Oh, hell yeah. I didn't notice that reviews were happening. Sweet. Right, all the issues were me. Okay. Well, let's finish up these pull requests. I don't know why I named it. I'm just going to undo it anyways. So I'm going to purposely put this on top of the new API branch because that's where the version and stuff is. So that's cool. That's fine. Right. Yeah, so the whole reason of making these public is so it's people can update their content and stuff. Oh, that's the thing we need to do. That's the big API thing we need to do. Oh, that should definitely be part of this. Hold on. Let's put a ticket in before I forget about this again. New issue. 14 Ibis feature. This is probably going to go to me. Implement. How do I want to call this? What do we want to do? How do we pull this out again? Jeez, I don't even remember. Message as okay, so it's formatting. It is formatting something. Oh, I'm in the local docs search, so it doesn't work. What? Why do I not remember how any of this works? We didn't even write this as long ago. Ibis formatting pars. So we need to do the opposite of this. Right, we need to be able to take a Pango attribute list and a string and turn it into IRC formatting. And I'm now thinking, oh, hey, we should probably just have this on the message. And Ibis message should, well, we don't necessarily want to parse this right away. Surly Dev, thank you for the 3 months. Greatly appreciate it. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Like, we put this here because we have Ibis formatting strip there. That's why this all ended up here. I guess we could create Ibis formatting apply. Sure. Let's name it that. I'm not super happy with that name, but that's okay. Implement ibis.formatting.apply. This will take a string and a pango.adder list and return the string with IRC formatting. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, doing it this way is probably okay. The main question though is in the constructor for this guy. Do we pass them? No, we pass the command in here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's why it's this way. Right. I'm confusing things. That's the problem. I'm thinking of messages in the purple concept or in the purple paradigm, where a message is, a chat message or something. But in Ibis, a message is an IRC message, which isn't necessarily a text message between two parties, being one party and a channel. It's anything going to or from the server, and the content there could be formatted in one field of it, but not another. Something we can't abstract it that way. We need it to be separate like this. But we should knock this out quick, because then we can start implementing message formatting, and that would be cool. But this is going to be a good sizer. It's not large. It's definitely bigger than small though. So, and this is probably developer. Or we're just gonna assign it to me right away. That's fine. But we're not gonna this is not gonna be part of that pull request. Oh, actually, but that should depend on. We need to add a link. Is required for. I hate this. So they changed this thing so it's a pop-up and stuff, but the problem is the link stuff doesn't find everything right away then, and now it's really annoying. What's the number? You're not giving me all the issues. Ibis 55. Depends on Ibis 54. Okay. All right. So Ibis 54 is this guy. Calling the turtles. So we don't necessarily need to make these public for that other function, but since we're going to move stuff around and we don't want to do with conflicts, we're just going to stack them on top of each other. The idea here too is like you don't necessarily need to use the apply function. You can build a string yourself for Ibis, and then pass it on to the formatting stuff. That's fine, right? That's why that needs to be public, so that you can do that. Like otherwise, everyone else is just going to make their own constants, and that's fucking dumb. Format const public. Make the Ibis format constants public. Bugs closed. Ibis 54 is what it was, right? Yeah. So if we do the DCC stuff and the format apply, I think Ibis is mostly feature complete. I can't think of anything else that should go in there, which is good. Called in the turtles. I believe I did. Did I call in the turtles? Well, not after I committed. Turtles are faster, so it's fine. What do you want? Good. Yeah, there's not much here, right? It's just simple docs. Oh. I wonder, should we make the color palette public too? We should. Because same reason people want to use the palette. Oh no. We'll worry about the palette stuff later. I was thinking about this, and I've got some ideas for it. But we might want to handle that differently. Because we could use something like a G settings object, where you can set the palette that way. And then that way it can be reused and stuff. But yeah, so we'll leave that for now. Publish. All right, let's go merge all them things. Update convey plans. 3975. TP Pidgin clean. HE up default. HE pull minus view. Number you land my heart 3975. I'm gonna have to blow away the build directory here. I need to make that not a problem. Convey run Fedora 42 AMD 64 and Ubuntu Puffy? No, shit, what is it? Plucky. Like Plucky Duck. Alright, while that's going, I want to go here. Fedora 41, okay, yep. Go here. Settings. Okay, it's just root project convey. Okie dokie. Build configuration. Fedora 42 AMD 64. Is that right? I think. Oh yeah, yeah. I say? Fedora 42 AMD 64. Version control. ECS root. Okay. Go back here. This song is so annoying. Yeah, just all root project config. Ubuntu plucky AMD 64. Ubuntu plucky AMD 64. Version control. Attention ECS root. Okay. Come back here. Yeah, I built it locally. We're gonna assume that's okay. Nope, I want to go here. Come on. We'll see real quick. Well, real quick if any of these fail. We need to figure out why the FreeBSD error is stupid. Oh, that's stupid. This is we don't have a new enough version of something on OpenBSD. Scan build's clean. That's good. That's good. Wait for these to build. I was like, why are only 9? We do have a Sequoia build here. Which agent isn't building? Oh, OpenBSD is not building for some reason. Okay. Oh, it probably failed already. It did. That's why. That's why it's not running, because it already failed. Probably made Theo mad. Yeah, well, Theo needs to update his fucking dependencies. OpenBSD releases. .7.6, right? That's what we're on. Yeah. Reaper 06. What? I should not have a password. Oh. There you go. I'm like, huh? What is it? Package add. OpenBSD update packages. I never remember how this damn thing works. Finding packages, installing packages, updating package. Package add -u. And I use sudo on OpenBSD, so Theo's already mad at me. I'm not using do as. I use sudo. And then the problem is like we need, what is it? Just tell me. Yeah, so we need newer GTK 4. So, package info. Is -q, right? I guess it's just GTK. Oh, GTK plus 4. Yeah, there's still 4.14. 4.14. It's not updated. Can't do anything. We eat dumb, but it's okay. So until they update, I mean, we could build GTK here, but we don't have it in our sub projects or anything yet. Just logging this root. Do you get like TCSH with that? And I forget what else. There's some other BS with it. And I think I was using admin because I was using some cloud init based BSD images for a while. So I used to provision our build agents for BSDs and some other stuff using cloud init images via Terraform. And then I would run Ansible from the Terraform. The Terraform. Fedora 42 is building right now. They use Beyond Compare. Maybe the best diff tool for any file type. No. I've never. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't think I've ever heard of it. Like, I just use diff. I still use patch when I need to. Back in the good old days, when we used to send patches to forums on SourceForge or directly to people in email. What is R? I just do DUP. Oh, recursive, right? Yeah. I do unified. What is D again? P tells you the function name. Shows C function. And then fuck is D? Oh, try hard to find a smaller set of changes. Yeah. Yeah, I know U is unified. What is W? Oh, ignore white space. Yeah. Makes sense. Hey, Fedora 42 built fine. Come on, plucky duck. Build. So typically I wouldn't wait for all these to finish, but since we just changed all these, or we changed a few of these, I'm making sure the new ones are working properly before we go and merge anything else, which actually we can mark this as completed. And I can go over here and pull that in. You hate JavaScript lately? I mean, you haven't said it to me yet today. And if you wait another 32 minutes, you can say it for tomorrow, too. Yes. Most of us hate JavaScript. Is there anybody here that absolutely adores JavaScript? Scan build should be fine. All right. Next. Fix Ian's avatar. 3976. You love it so much. Sorry. You love it so much. I know what you meant. I failed at getting the sarcasm in there. You've been in the balls of Spider Monkey and V8? Fuck them both. Yeah. At one point I was looking at doing a V8 loader for G plugin, but they're like, no, we're not going to document how to embed it because we don't want anybody to do that. Like, you literally put it in browsers, motherfuckers. Come on. Like, you are a JavaScript engine. Or maybe it was just Node in general. Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember. It was dumb, though. And to hack out and embed it in FreeSwitch? Yeah. Actually, I think I looked at the FreeSwitch code at one point to be like, how the fuck is this working? Spider Monkey is better? Yeah. What was the other one? There was another. Spider Monkey's the Firefox one, which was Gnome.js. No, not Gnome.js. That was Seed.js. Gnome had bindings called Seed.js, which were using Spider Monkey. But then they also created another one called Gnome.js, which is using, what the hell's the WebKit JavaScript engine? Not V8. V8 was a Google thing that Google put on top of it. There's a name for it. I can't think of what it is. Just want to close that. Yay, Ian has an icon. Woo! Yeah, I can't think of what it is. Is it JS Core? It might be JS Core. That sounds right-ish. I don't know. It's been years since I looked at it, so don't trust my memory. Wish my throat would get cleared. Sorry for clearing it right in the mic, too. Okay, next up. Oh, 2 findings. What? Did I typo something? Considered a tag, but having a known structured property is better, at least in GTK, where we can just bind it. Any reason I can think of why a tag is better? I know, I got a typo there. Sorry. 95 is a dark year? For what are we referring to? What is this? 3973. Oh, for JavaScript. Gotcha. Okay. I don't do much in JavaScript, so I don't remember the dates. I remember DHTML being a big thing, and I was like, this is dumb. I've never, I mean, I've done web stuff, but I've never been someone that's like, oh, the web's amazing. I'm like, no, native clients, let's go. Did that not open? I guess not. The link work? It should work. Yeah, good. Ah. Oh, I need to clean up my branch. Issue free, I saw our contact. Info external. Ah, yes. Ah, the channel join dialog. I finally figured out all this stuff to make the keyboard work. So, yeah. It'd be very nice. We have to go through and do it with all the other dialogues too, but I had to figure out a few pieces for it. which is actually pretty easy when you look at the diff. The amount of time it took me to figure this out was way longer than it took to do it. So we had on the widget class, we had a binding action for window.close to the escape key. So you hit the escape key, close the window. Easy peasy. Took a bit to find that. To make the enter key work everywhere, got to set the default widget to the button you want it to go to. So in this case, it's named joined. Not joined, join. It's down here. You can't see it anywhere. But then on these rows, we have to say that they activate the default. And yep, that's it. Easy peasy. So I can show you here. Accounts, account manager, add. Where's the clean? 192.168.1.220. I don't care about a password, but I need to say advanced options. 6667. No TLS. That should be enough. Add. Yep, cool. All right, so then I can say join channel and number one. Oh, I guess we already fixed that. No, I didn't think we fixed that yet. Weird. But anyway, so I can just say hash pigeon and I can hit enter and it opens. It doesn't focus it yet, which actually we should do. Why didn't I do that there? Fuck. But now we're in the room. Yay. Oh, yeah. Pigeon, oh, no, pigeon 2's not. Okay. All right, well, hold on. I need you to leave. I had to reboot my machine a couple times because that update with the bad kernel was a fucking pain in my ass. But I want Pigeon 2, who's not identified, to become the admin. Oop. Join channel, Pigeon, enter. Oh, and now Pigeon's the admin, the operator. The raiders are oppers. But I noticed a bug. We clean should have gotten the @ sign there when it joined, but it didn't. It's a bug we'll have to fix at some point. Yeah, this shouldn't have fixed the window thing though. That's weird. Unless, did we get 2 pull requests with this? Did I stack these weird? No. Okay. Weird. So there's another pull request I have that fixes the transient windows, which is why all of my windows were coming in as full screen. They weren't marked as transient. You've been forced to do mobile apps with JavaScript long ago. The language is just shaped. Yeah. Python's not too bad. You can get yourself into some really shitty debug situations with Python, though, and that sucks. Also because you don't have types and stuff, right? So you're like, when did this variable get changed or something? And you're just like, oh, this sucks. Debugging, that's hard. Okay, then we're over to Ibis. Cool. I guess we'll start with the API version. RBT WAN SR 3978. I gotta fix that typo in the other thing. Get to that in a second. I'm not dead end. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. That should be clean. Yep. HU prune -r new API -s default. We're not gonna bother cleaning the other stuff up because we're just gonna prune it in a minute anyways. 3977. Man, we're 3 hours in and my neck is killing me like we're 6 hours in. How much later did I start? I didn't think I started that late. Oh, it's 11:30. I must start at 8:30. Okay. Python is also the only language ChatGPT can run itself on server when asking it to create code. Interesting. I know a lot of people say ChatGPT does really good with, or maybe it's just Cursor or something. I don't know. It's really good with Python, but I'm like, I don't write Python, so that still doesn't do any good. But AI is amazing. It's gonna replace all coders. Okay. We'll leave it when I sees it. 3979. 3979. I still stand by my statement too that if generative AI can replace you, you weren't doing anything new in the first place. And there's nothing wrong with that by any means. Sometimes you got to grind through stuff, and it's fine, whatever. But yeah, the AI will rewrite all the C, C++ code, and Rust, and we all live in prosperously forever and ever. Yeah, something like that. Let's go and Bandit. The problem is then nobody, like, Rust will become even more unreadable because it's only going to be written by AI at that point. And it's going to add more additional symbols, and it's going to look like Haskell lenses, and somebody out there is going to defend it and say it's good, when objectively it is absolutely horrendous. But somebody's going to stake their entire identity on it, and they're going to go down fighting. Because that's what happens. All right, I gotta fix my typo here. This is the channel URL. Or conversation. That's conversation.c. 1355. There's generally a URL to get more information. Oh, that's not what I want to do. 3974. Erase and fix typo. All right. I don't know that we're going to get through the next step right now, but we can start it. The IBIS formatting apply. And the thing is, this is going to be a pain in the ass for reasons that aren't obvious. We'll make a stub and build a unit test so I can explain what the issues. Well, the issue is going to be, right? So we're going to go through. I don't even know. So whatever. Say you have, like, when you're looking at HTML, right? So you've got, you know, we'll just say bold, italic, foo, /I/bold, right? Now, when you have these as separate attributes, right? So you've got the plain text string like this, and you know you have to be bold from 0 to 3, right? But you also have to be italic from 0 to 3. As you're building the output string here, this is where it becomes a problem, right? So yeah. I don't think Pango has a way to do this for us. If it does, that would be super cool. Pango adder list apply. I'm sure they don't. Equal copy change, filter from string, get attributes, get iterator, list insert, insert before, insert new, list. Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna help. So like this is much easier when you're in a graphical environment. Because you're just like you're just changing color and stuff like that. Or maybe it's not easier because you have to know where you are, where each character is, stuff like that. But context. What's the context exactly? Stored global information used to control the itemization process. The information stored by Pango context includes a font map used to look up fonts and default values, such as default language, default gravity, or default font. My thoughts, which is more lightweight, KDE versus GNOME? I don't use either, so I can't answer. If anything, I would say KDE is probably heavier, but it's probably negligible, right? And the only reason why I say KDE is heavier is because KDE has a lot more preferences, which means there's more code, right? But honestly, it's probably negligible. Here parses marked up text to create a plain text string and an attribute list. Yeah, we already did that because we had to. But this is specifically for their markup. Parse markup. Pango layout set markup. That doesn't help us. Well, maybe it does. Sets a layout text and attribute list from the marked up text. Replaces the current text and attribute list. This is the same as Pango layout set markup with Excel, but the markup text isn't scanned for accelerators. But the layout's going to be, like, I can't turn this into a string, I don't think. Get text, that's, you know. You can get a minimal version of KDE though? Okay. I don't know. Like, Qt's got some heavier stuff in it. Like, there's the Qt browser stuff. I can't think what it's actually called. But like GTK has WebKit GTK, but it's not part of the main library, right? So use Kubuntu with a T490 laptop, works fine with this hardware. Yeah, I mean, like the differences are so trivial now. Whereas like I have a Pinebook Pro and fuck, even trying to run i3 on that thing is a drag. It's just like, Why did I buy this? This is dumb. What? Yeah, I think I'm on my own here. I'm gonna have to go through the iterators and stuff and figure it out, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Oh, I did not update. Oh, I did. What? Oh, I'm in the header file, you idiot. I'm like, why am I seeing the formatting stuff? Because I'm in the header file now? And that's where it goes. It is formatting apply. Text. The text to apply. Formatting to. Adders. The formatting to apply. Applies format to a string. Returns transfer full. The formatted string. Ibis available in 14. Car star Ibis formatting. Apply. That's car star text. Tango adder list star adders. You hate? Du hast. Close, but not quite. This formatting.c. What do you hate? G return val if fail. Oh, I guess we can make this null safe. Yeah. If text equals null, return null. If adders equals null, return g stir dupe text. Return null. Boom, we're stubbed. This code is ridiculous. Workerman bullshit. 12? 12 workermans? Jesus. Think we went a little overboard on the parsing. Maybe. Apply tests. G test add func. Ibis formatting. Apply. No. Oh. Need about 66 worker threads, but it wants closures for everything and nested closures too. And this is why I hate JavaScript. Yeah. Can't scope variables correctly. I mean, you should be able to in your closures, kind of, sort of. I can do it. Yeah. Plain adders expected. Actual text. Formatting apply. Plain adders. Actual text equals expected. Clear actual text. Yeah, this one's much easier. The tests are, anyways. Alright. Null text, we'll name this. Null adders. That's gonna be really annoying jumping between these two. Okay. Right there. I was like, where are they? They should be here somewhere. Single threaded bullshit? Yeah. Well. Why can't you spawn threads? Is this JavaScript? Does JavaScript not have a way to actually do separate threads? Like, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. But like, Pidgin's all single threaded too. Well, not all. We have asynchronous stuff that can run in threads, but the main program is all single threaded. All JS engines are single threaded. Okay. Interesting. All right, we're gonna start with this one. Well, yeah, we'll start with the first one, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna do the rest. Apply color comma. Oh, we had empty. That should be fine. Yeah, I know asyncs not threads. In the GIO stuff, our async stuff can be threads, but it doesn't need to be. It all depends on how you want to implement it. And by how you, I mean whoever builds the async part, that specific async function, they can run in a thread or not. You know how to do threads, but I don't, so I'll try to fake it. Yeah, sounds about right. But yeah, the GIO stuff is kind of similar, but not exactly. Oh, this isn't going to work. This one doesn't make sense. Because there's no attribute here to apply. Like the Go routines that they start as a greenlit, and then they can get promoted to a full-blown threaded. Okay, so we want to do apply color foreground comma. We'll clean that up in a second. JS hates blocking calls because blocking calls don't let async stuff keep running. Yeah. The real shit show. Actually, we should be doing colorful. I guess I missed it. Let's do both at the same time. Not much colorful. Alright, so basically what we want to do is we're going to take this and put it here. Yep. Sometimes you actually want blocking calls. Yeah. Like, oh, I can't continue running until I get the runtime config data I require from the web service. And that's what Promise is for. Yep. Yep. Yeah, no, I get it. No worries. No worries. I remember the Pyramids of Doom back in the day. I've been there. When everybody was doing Node because, oh, it's so fast, you can make things so quickly, and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, dude. Do you remember Ramel at all? Ramel was supposed to be real fast. What? What the fuck's your problem? Format imply color, comma. Did I not change the name? Fast language is called C. Yeah, no, I don't mean that it ran fast. I mean it's fast to develop. Right, because that's the thing most of them care about. Do I have the wrong name here? Pretzel's doing its nightly fuck up. Also, just care about writing shitty unmaintainable code. Yeah, AI code. Foreground comma. That's a problem. Serverless microservices. Yeah, sounds fine. All right. So this is where this gets shitty real fast. So I don't even know how to fucking start this yet. So Pango adder list get iterator. Pango adder iterator. Pango adder iterator. The problem is I'm gonna need to keep track of what the old offsets were. And that's where this gets shitty. Iterator equals Pango adder list get iterator attors Kai should be freed with Pango adder iterator destroy. Okay. Copy destroy gets find the current attribute of particular type at the iterator location. Advance the iterator until the next change of style. A new iterator is created with get iterator. Once the iterator is created, it can be advanced through the style in the text using next. At each style change, the range of the current style segment and the attributes currently in effect can be queried. Alright, so we're going to drop out what this looks like and go from there. Like, why is font different than adders? What? Get a list of all attributes at the current position. That was added after. Oh, okay. This probably returns a G list, a GS list. Okay, that's fine. It's not clear if I have to call this first or not. Right, like when it's created, is it at the first item, or do I do a while Pango adder iterator next, right? That's the question. Okay, I can do it that way apparently. GTK text buffer. Let's see, 4935. Motherfucker. It's a dual while. You see the microservice piece about Netflix transcoding cluster? No, I did not. But okay, I got my answer. Yay. And by yay, I mean, ugh. Dual. Let's just iterator next. Tango, adder, iterator next. Iterator, not italic, iterator. GS list star adders. No attributes equals Tango adder iterator get attributes. What was it? What does GTK do? Oh, they do a range. Oh, this is what is this? Oh, insert with attributes. Huh. Oh, they're okay. They can cheat here. I can't cheat like that. I mean, I kind of can, but it's gonna be weird. Let's look at GTK Pango. Huh. Oh, gross. All right, well, let's start with this to see what we get. Gets the gets the range of the current segment. Fuck. All right. Guess we need that. Those are GUs. They're just ints. Why are they ints? Somebody wasn't thinking. Fine. Int start equals 0. Int end equals 0. Tango adder iterator get range iterator start end. Okay, we got the range of it. Yay. I'm really not sure how we're gonna do this, which is gonna be a problem, but we'll see. And I also don't know if these are gonna come out of order, in order. I don't think they're sorted or anything. So I don't know. Okay, but then we get a list of the attributes. So right now, what we're gonna do for testing, we're gonna say G string star stir equals null. G stir equals G string new. Iter, sure. %d, 2% d, colon, comma, start, comma, end. Yeah. Okay. Get adders. Iterator for GS list star L equals attributes. L is not equal to null. L equals L. Next. What's in this thing? A list of Pango attributes. Oh, and I have to clean this up, motherfucker. All right, that's fine. Well, I guess we can just do it that way. Well, attributes is not equal to null. We do this way so we don't have to iterate the list again. GS list delete link attributes equals that. We say Pango attribute star attribute equals attributes data. And here we say Pango attribute destroy attribute. All right. Now we have the Pango attribute. Pango attribute. We should already have the name and stuff. Fuck, how do I actually do this? Wait, what? Yeah, what? Get adders. Text buffer uses it. And then they switch on the class type. Fucking hell. Alright. That's okay. This is a little weird, but it's okay. Can I get the name of the class type? I don't think I can. I can go enter class. Yep. Don't know how to do that yet, but that's okay. Well, let's start with this. G string append printf stir comma space %p comma attribute, and then this is the quote. Yeah, shit. Oh no, this is right. Yeah. So each one we're gonna do this right, and then we just G message sent s comma stir string G string delete. What the hell is it? It's like free. Not erase. I thought there was something to get rid of it. Truncate replace. It's like G string destroy or something. Oh, okay. It's just instead of calling false, consider that. I wish they would have done another one, but whatever. G string free stir true. Mango iterator. Beware the iterator. Iterator get range. Right. No. Adder iterator. Oh, it's range, not get range. Okay. Oh, well. Okay, well, so far this is easy. It's not gonna stay easy. Okay, so what we're gonna need is we need a GUint offset equals 0. Alright, so switch attribute dash clash dash type case mango adder color foreground. It's foreground. Oh, okay, this is an enum. That helps. Adder foreground. Yep, okay. G string star applied. Sure. Applied equals G string new. I wonder. Oh no, yeah, we have to early return that. That's fine. So this becomes return G string free and steel applied. All right, so we got a foreground. So we want to say G string. This is gonna be such a shit show. Is there a way to like? Simplify? Does not look like it. Fuck. Alright, well, we're gonna start with the naive approach. It's just gonna get real bad real fast. This is brutal. I don't know how to. I don't know the ending tag for this. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, okay. The ending tag is the color code. Derp. So I'm gonna have to check if the. Oh fuck! How the hell does that work? Oh, that has. Okay, that'd be fine. I was thinking like if we overlap with like a bold or something. But that should be okay. Oh, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare, man. All right. So applied. So then we want to do G string and printf percent %C. Oh, we have to get the color. Yeah. So this is why this format sucks. Well, let's start with this. We're gonna put the thing in here and we'll go from there. Ibis format color, comma. We this should all be UTF-8. So we can do GUTF-8 something offset to pointer. But I can't give it a length. Oh, G-string append. What the fuck is G-string printf? It's formatted string into a G-string. This is similar to the standard sprintf function, except that the G-string buffer automatically expands to contain the results. The previous contents of G-string are destroyed. Okay. So I can do append length, but I still have to make sure that we are within the bounds of this thing. Oh, God, this sucks. Does anybody know like an actual proper algorithm for this? Because I feel like I am just jumping into the alligator pen. There's just so many weird problems we're gonna run into here. I don't think we actually supported formatting in Pidgin 2. Uh, yep, no formatting. At least it sure doesn't look like it. Maybe here 133, 162. No. Okay, yeah. Well, shit. All right. I'm getting tired and my brain's starting to hurt. And we need fresh eyes for this, and I do not have those. So, thanks for not going to the link I wanted you to. All right, we're gonna go ready Quantum Apprentice. Let me get out of here. It is 12:30. I don't have to be up early tomorrow or anything, but I'm tired. Who's playing? You don't know Jack or Jackbox or something? All right, whatever. All right, we're gonna get out of here. If you don't want to join the raid, that's how the fuck did I missed the queue. I'm like, what happened? If you don't want to join the raid, you can go ahead and cancel above the chat. Otherwise, there's nothing else you need to do. In the meantime, be sure to follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, and hit the notification bell for your desired level of notifications. In the meantime, you can find links to all my social media right over here. I do post on my Mastodon when I'm going to go live, so you can find that there. Or if you want to join us on the official and unofficial Pidgin Discord, I almost said Mastodon, you can find a link to that right over here as well. So thank you everybody for coming by tonight, And until next time, which will maybe be tomorrow during the day. Depends. I got some work stuff I got to do, and after I figure that out, then I'll try to jump on. But depends the timing. Anyways, until next time, adios.